Alright dudes, I'm gonna make one more video and I'm gonna cue a different role. So to get to the screen, press play. Just gonna select what game type you wanna play. I always play Conquest 5-on-5 with objectives, so I'm queuing carry mid. These are not roles I typically play, but I feel like you've already seen jungle, you've already seen solo, and honestly the games were stops, so you didn't see these very long. But regardless, maybe this will be a longer game because I suck at these roles. But I can probably explain them at least basically for you. Um, if you already watched the other the other videos, Carry is in the duo lane. He'll be with the support character. And mid plays the mid lane solo in the mid lane. Jungle hangs out there a lot. Support ends up hanging out there a lot. But you can see this is helpful. This is where mid hangs out. Duo lane is the purple buff, and for Joel it's the long lane, which means that there's a tower here and there's a tower here, whereas on this side the towers are closer together. So duo will fight on the long lane, which means the support in the ADC. I'm queuing ADC. I just pressed the play button, so it kicked me into the game. But mid plays the mid lane, solo plays the solo lane or the short lane, and jungle plays throughout this area and this area. The goal, this will be helpful because I got 20 more seconds. The goal is always to kill the Titan, which hangs out here and here. Haven't been getting there in the last two matches because you can quit early if you suck, or if you're losing, or if your teammates suck. By majority vote, you can quit. So there are tier 1 towers here, here, and here. There are tier 2 towers like here, here, and here. Tier 1 towers are worth like, I think 100 gold map wide, so everybody in your team gets 100 gold for knocking the tower down. Tier 2s I think are 200 gold. So it helps to get the towers down. Plus you can't kill the phoenixes, which are here, here, and here, without killing a tower. And phoenixes are even more gold. I don't remember what they do, how much it is. So let's see what role I get. And I get solo, which is hilarious because that's the role I normally play, but it's not the role I queued. We'll see if somebody switches with me. Maybe this guy will. Nope. Nope. So I'm just gonna play solo again, which is fine. Can't say I didn't try to teach you other roles. I tried. So let's see. You saw a Nike game. Gotta think what. Also, just to remind you, I press the filter tab. Solo plays warriors typically, so I switch to that tab. Play Achilles. Yeah. So Carry is playing a hunter, Solo's playing a warrior, mid's playing a mage. So this is going to be a classic team. Support's playing a guardian. This is a healer too, which is interesting. This is not a classic team anymore because this guy is playing Heimdall in the jungle. Heimdall is a hunter. You can always, by the way, see your character's abilities in the screen by just clicking on the pictures. You can see their passive. Every character gets a passive, and then their 4 abilities here. I'm not going to go through them because this can't be a guide really on characters. That would be a totally separate guide, frankly. So then first thing I'm doing is I'm looking at the other team to see who's on it, to see if I can figure out who I'm playing against. Based on these characters, I'm probably, now they're on the bottom of my screen. When you load in your guys at the top 5 and they're the bottom 5. Based on who's on the other team, Ardio's a guardian, Merlin's mage, Mercury's an assassin, so he's playing in the jungle probably. I'm probably playing against Osiris, who's a warrior. He'll typically play in either the jungle or the solo lane. So reminder again, the first thing that's going to happen here is I'm gonna select my first ability down here, which for this character, it's my F1 ability to level up. He also has an interesting passive that I'm not going to explain because, again, not a character guide. So this is my starter item. You can filter to starter items. I'm going to build the same way I built the last time, which is I go to Blackthorn first. I'm building my tier 1 of Blackthorn. I'm going to build all the way up to my tier 3. I click on my relic slot. You can see all the relics. I'm going to pick Blink again. Blink is almost always what I pick in Soul Lane. Then I'm going to click up here in Consumables and buy 3 pots. 3 health pots, one double pot or multi-pot. I always start the game on short side here, right, short side, long side. I'm going to start the game on this buff, which is the mana buff. It gives me mana and cooldown. Reminder, this is your gold down here. Kills, bottom left by the way, deaths, assists. These are the items you have built currently. These are your stats, which don't really matter right now. So I'm starting to kill this guy. I solo this buff to start the game. Later on I'll get help from my jungle. So the goal here is to try to get to lane very fast, regardless of the role, basically, and the start's a little different on the other side of the map, but I'm trying to get to the lane fast so that I can get pressure against the other side. And he's got good pressure on me. He's a good character, so that's how you die. Very early, yay! It's probably helpful to see this, honestly. What it's like to die early. So I died. I'm running back to lane. This is going to be a game where you see how to play from behind. Not a big deal, I'm just running back to my lane. I am going to be behind considerably because he got the first kill in the game. When you get the first kill in the game, you get an extra like 200 or 300 gold. So he gets, it's called First Blood. So he got that. That sucks a lot for me. He got the first totem of Q over here, which is mana for the entire team. The only bonus here is that I will have a lot more pots than him. He's going to try to kill me again. And he took a ton of damage. A ton. Because he's tanking minions, which you don't want to do. Yeah, he's got me. So I died again. Not good. Not a good start. And my jungle is chilling in another lane. So that's bad for me. Sometimes you have bad games. I've misplayed a couple of times against this guy. It's alright. Not a big deal. See if we can recover late. Probably can't, frankly, but we'll try. So I'm trying to clear my lane fast. I'm trying to get pressure. I'm not going to get pressure because I'm behind because I died twice, but I could imagine what it'd be like if I didn't. So you can see here my mana buff came back up. It's got that little teardrop symbol. This guy's already here, my jungle, who's going to help me with it. So now that I'm behind, so again, this is very helpful to see kind of how you play the different scenarios. But now that I'm behind, I am playing near my tower line, which my tower line starts right here. You can see the circle around me. So got this big circle. I get in here, my tower will kill the minions. It'll also make it so they're not aggroing me. So as soon as they get into the tower line, they stop aggroing me. So this guy's back in the lane, and because he's got so much pressure, I am kind of forced to let him bully me a bit. So I use my ult to just get out of his path, because he used his ult on me. You could see it when he jumped. Thought maybe try for that again. So he's on the other side of my thing, my tower. He's trying to apply just a ton of pressure here. So that was a failed gank by my jungler, because he just kind of totally failed. But then he did end up cleaning him up. It just ended up doing it after I was already dead. So, bummer for me. Good for him, though. So he's telling me to ward, which is that vision thing we've already talked about. I'm taking my blue buff myself because my jungler's in their jungle. I'm backing quickly because I have enough for an item. So, grabbing my item, grabbing wards because it's important. Okay, so kind of as I'm going here, these are my consumables again, just to remind you. A Chalice of Healing for solo is big because I need to kind of have sustain, and that will just give me health as I'm fighting in lane. So now this is getting a little closer to fair. He's still got a level on me, so I'm gonna let him kind of bully. Yeah, Osiris, the guy I'm playing against, just has a ton of lane pressure. So I'm calling the enemy Ultima's down. So I just got that kill, which was huge. Kind of stole it from my teammates, but it's fine. That was my support in my jungle that were coming kind of out of their lanes to help out because I am behind. So this is their jungler that's chasing me into tower. And I'm backing to get an item. So almost every solo laner builds the same shit. My next item is going to be a mystical mail. I'm guessing you can press tab to see whatever people have. And he's building the same thing. You can see he's got black door and then he's going into mystical mail. He's farther along because I'm getting smoked. So I put my word out. So I'm telling my teammates with VGS that the enemy is close. I tell him he's missing. So we both just use our alts. My mid laner is picking up here. I'm playing fairly safe on purpose, so kind of bummer he stole my buff there. That, you know, again, he's up on me. So when you're behind, so their jungle keeps coming over and covering for their soul laner whenever he dies. So they clearly just have some good communication, and they're thirsting me for mana because you can see here my mana bar is low. And when you take this blue buff from me, it's gonna just kill me, which it is doing. So I'm gonna go kill this. So like part of what I'm doing now, because of my score, kind of where I am in the game, is I'm kind of avoiding fights with the Osiris because he's just gonna beat me. I got him on my ward, I saw him, so I'm running around. So my guy rotated, and I did call it out, but usually you want to rotate with your guy if he rotates. You don't want to just leave your fucking team hanging, which I kind of did. So now we're starting to get into the middle of the game. We're going to start fighting as a team. So I'm going to buy my item because I'm behind. I'm going to buy some magical defense. I don't have enough money for rewards, didn't realize I reached level 12. You can see your levels over here. Then I bought my second relic, which again, soul lane, I'm buying thorns. I haven't seen my lane mate, the guy I'm going against, for quite a while. Which makes me think he could be anywhere. So here he is. Now I can kind of box them a bit, fight him. Because I have the same protections he has, which means he's not better than me. He's not going to be able to just bully me around. And I just use my ultimate to execute that guy. Now I'm going to come over here and steal their jungle camps. So these are, again, typically their jungles. So we threw up surrender. I have no idea why, because we're crushing. We're up 20-7. And I'm starting to come back. Which again, this is sometimes patience is all you need. Sometimes you're taking a beating, but you just wait. Patient, play underneath your tower, because your tower hits them for unbelievable amounts. You can see now he's killed my first tower, so it's usually right where I am. It's not there. Your minions can kill towers for you. And in fact, on solo lane, usually you just kind of let your minions do it. You don't do much. You can go up and punch it, but it's just not typical. You can see here that I just placed another ward right there. It's pretty typical for solo to place wards in those areas. My guy's rotating out of lane again. So I'm running around chasing this guy. He's dead. So I'm going to tank this, or the support's going to tank this. You can see Moja is my support. He's tanking it. The other team's going to try to steal this, but they're way too late. So again, this game is turning. You can see I'm now up to 3 kills, 6 assists, 3 deaths. I'm going to buy the same item I always buy, Bulwark. And then I'm going to go into cooldown items. Predwin is a very good defensive item. It gives you 20% cooldown, which is huge. 40% is the cap, 20%, I also have 10% here through my passive. So once I get 20, that puts me at 30% cooldown, which means I'm using my items way fast. So that was a good fight. And they quit, just like the other games. So we haven't seen late game at all. But that's a good way to show you kind of uh, how to come back from an early death, which you end up doing a lot, even when you play the game a lot. You just kind of stay patient, hang out in your tower, get your experience, kill your waves, but don't push up towards their tower lines, and it's not that big a deal. And you end up coming back, and 5, 3, and 7 is a great slash line. And I got double kill, almost triple kill at the end there. I mean, that's things were looking up, and they knew it, and they quit. All right.